You tuned in to Streams in the Wasteland with your host Kgothatso, Mojela.
Streams in the Wasteland.
Now, who are live now, towards the end of the show, we will definitely be giving away those tickets. 2 tickets to Ayanda Shange's Alta event tomorrow in Mabopane. At least you answered the question that will be asked about him. So tell us about your music journey. Where did it start and how did it get to where it is now?
Siswami nje vele, it was even before a Joya celebration. So ngiqale endaweni yasefolweni in KZN, local group, and you know, at that time I was a soccer player, bengidlala ibhola kakhulu. So you know, this thing kept on following me, and nami futhi I felt in love. And then you know I got saved, you know, because most people know that I'm a street kid, you know. My parents died while I was 10 years, so a lot has happened. But you know that is not the point for now. But it's just that and you know passion plus you know the gift, and it's a joyous celebration, an amazing journey. You know, and I'm really grateful for the platform and it's all about Joyous. And then till now as a solo artist. So yeah.
Network streaming is a challenge, but then we're still trying to get there. So I will take a song just to check if we are winning. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think there's the latency. Can you hear me? How many albums did you release? Ayanda Shange, how many albums did he release?
Okay.
How many albums do we have?
Yes. I did hear your question. Well, for me, a lot of people don't know Guti, even before joining Joya Celebration. Being nama album too, you know, that were recorded following by my late producer Usimpiwe as a Mason, rest in peace. And then joining Joyous, okay, ngathukuma kancane. And then I came in 2017 with the first album titled The Praise Altar. And then 2018 I had a Kgalimela Tsotle EP that had Uthola ukuthi Hey. And now 2019 I've got a powerful project at the third project that is called the Altar of Praise Volume 1, which is the project that we are pushing right now. So basically I have 5 albums, but in the music industry, South Africa, yonke people know only 3.
Wow. Kgalimela Tsotle. Kgalimela Tsotle. Okay, we're having a latency there, guys. But once again, I'm going to say tomorrow it's going down with Ayanda Shange and we're giving away tickets. We're going to be asking a simple question. How many albums all in all, including before, during, and now, to date, how many albums does Ayanda Shange have? You answer the simple question, and then that's it. You are in with us tomorrow. We'll be sharing in Mabopane right here in Pretoria with Ayanda Shange and Kgothatso Shange, Lucas Maluma, J Music, and Kanan Nyati, and many, many more, of course, guys. So do be on the lookout. We are continuing. Unfortunately, we have to bid Ayanda Shange goodbye because he does, of course, have to prepare for tomorrow. For those who are streaming and also listening in, your last words and dedication to those who are tuning in. What is it that you want people to remember you for today's show with? Your last words to our viewers and fans, to your fans, of course.
It's just that a humble man of God who comes from a humble beginning and who fought his way up, trusting in the Lord, and a praiser on stage, someone who just gives his heart, on stage, and a family man. Gonka, I love my supporters, so I'm sure they're gonna miss that.
Thank you so much for joining in today. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation and also for giving away the tickets that you are giving for tomorrow's show. Do see you tomorrow. Go ahead and prepare. We look forward to tomorrow's show. Do shara it, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye.
And to our lovely supporters, thank you so much.
Much appreciated. That is, of course, Ayanda Shange, the Shara man who will be joining us tomorrow in Pretoria, Mabopane. And he's giving away tickets. Simple question, basically, that you need to answer. How many albums does Ayanda Shange has? All in all, guys, he did mention that before Joyous Celebration, he had 2 albums, released one in 2017-18, one in 2019. That is your answer right there. If you didn't pick it up, I don't know anymore. So do send in your answers. If you want to send through your answer through our WhatsApp line, it is 071 671 85. Answers via Facebook, streaming on Facebook, streaming where on City to City Prayers or Lentswe Radio. We will get your response there and of course follow back and also find out what your answer is and make sure, of course, that the tickets are delivered to your doorstep. He said also that the music started in following in the KZN. So following hello, following and in the KZN, and for those who have lost their parents, perhaps, there's still hope. He did mention that he lost his parents at the age of 10 years, but then he still have been pushing, yourself. You have to keep pushing. You have to make sure the mark. Someone saying to me that if you rearrange the words depression, you will find the word pressed on. So in every situation that you find yourself in, it is very important as a person, as an individual, to of course press on, because no situation stays the same forever. Like the singer said himself, "Ujesu ufike ekuseni." It may be time at the moment. They are on the wasteland. We salute that surname, Mojela. The book of Isaiah 43 verse 19, once again, I will say, it says, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and stream in the wasteland. That is the name of the show. For those who did not see the episode, trying to understand what is Streams in the Wasteland, what are we doing on this show, what are we talking about? We have different topics, guys. We've been talking and to the bottom of all the questions that people are shying away from. We talk principles of reality. We've been talking detachment and toxicity English. We've been talking toxicity and things and relationships that we find entangled into. We are breaking down all these things to understand what is it that we are missing. Is it because that we have put really in front of principles, and we have taken principles shouldn't have, and a few of the people that came had is it Asia Mudemamed or Asia? Please forgive me for mutilating literally your name. Mudikwe Mameti, he was here speaking about detachment, and he spoke about claiming to be born again, but then the action saying something else. You know, we find that hypocrisy being Abishai. I wonder when did I get Asia? Abishai, yes. He was talking about the hypocrisy that we find happening in the church, and the things that we find people claiming to love God doing, but then that doesn't really reflect our very own principles versus reality. And he said to us that principle versus religion. He explained to us that religion is principles, meaning you failed to love your brother. Therefore, let's cover it up with religion. You know, let's tell people to cover their heads and lengthen the skirts, and because your brother and whomsoever. We also had people who also explained to us the difference between solitude, oneness, and being alone. He further emphasized what detachment somebody has. This roots back to identity and who they are. He also told us that Adam lost intimacy and fellowship with God as a meaning once he detached himself, God spoke in his presence, because now that's the kind of God we serve. He does not come, has us, wrapped around his finger, wrapped around his, righteous hand somehow. That's the kind of God that we serve. So that's what the show is all about. We've been having more and more people coming in. We had the academic psychologist Vanessa Mokobedi talking about detachment from an academic, viewed as the difference between marriage and families and relationship, the attachment disorder. She says that attachment is a disorder and detachment, I guess it's an order. And that's my type of English. If attachment is disorder, detachment is an order. She also spoke about available but not active parents, which boils down to the child or the children in the house acting funny, behaving in certain ways that does not reflect what a parent might want to achieve at home. So these are the conversations that we've been having. I'm trying to bring everything together, guys. So please do go on our City to City page, follow us, check what we're talking about. These are exciting topics that we're talking about. These are realistic things that we're talking about. And we do want you to always be in touch with us and also understand further what is Streams in the Wasteland. Of course, I would never forget our pastor, Wendy Baloyi, who also came and talked to us about her portion of Streams in the Wasteland, where she started, where she became, up until the point where she is now, showing us the grace of God, that God, how God has been moving with her, walking with her, leading her as a, should I say, single mother and a divorced woman, but still till a point whereby God still called her and said, Wendy, I want you to come and be a person who would be ministering to my people. I've listened to her speak. She is an amazing speaker. She speaks volumes, guys. How can I forget? Okay, do not discard what's the word? Meaning when you are developing, when you're developing your skill, when you're developing your ability to do 1, 2, 3, whatever the case may be, you name it however you want it to be. Do not discount that. She says that even that counts as something that benefits you as an individual, as a person. So if you want to be an entrepreneur and you're trying to find out how can you link up with people who are trying to achieve what you are trying to achieve, do get in contact with Tokelo Mampuru. Guys, this is Streams in the Wasteland. We are giving away 2 tickets to Ayanda Shange's show. If you have just tuned in, unfortunately you did miss him. He is rushing to the preparation of tomorrow's event, but he did leave us with 2 tickets to give away to his event happening tomorrow in Mabopane, at a church rather, called Altar. He is there with your Lucas Maloma, with J Music, with Kanan Nyati, with the Judah Sisters, with Swoonowam, and many more. So do be on the lookout. The question that we're asking is really quite simple. How many albums does Ayanda Shange have? If you are a fan of Ayanda Shange, this is a simple question. If you have been streaming from the very beginning of the show, you might have heard him himself saying how many albums he has right now to date. If you want to send us your answer, do send it through to our WhatsApp line, which is 071-671-8524. Once again, 071-671-8524. Or you can send us an inbox. You can send it through to City Mojela on Facebook, one Kgothatso Mojela gram, so that we can follow up with those answers. Guys, we want to gift you, okay? We want you to attend tomorrow's event. This opportunity pass you. Do not let this miss you, okay? Once again, for those who have tuned in, I want to explain, remind what is testimony, meaning the minute you start sharing with somebody else how your journey in the Lord has been, you are encouraged. I am one of the people who was encouraged by some testimony, and because of that, it helped me to hold on. Of everything that I was going through, the hardships that I've been through. Those who don't know, it's a story for another day, but it's very much suicidal. Did attempt it twice, almost succeeded once, but Mercy said no. And at that time, of course, somebody had to be there and to share with me and tell me their journey, how it's been, to the point where they are right now. And after listening to all these stories, I realize that perhaps I'm not the only one going through the most. Hey, after understanding and learning this, I had to come in terms with the fact that in every single situation, God always has a reason. And for every Goliath, there is a stone. So Streams in the Wasteland basically is all about that. We are trying to share each other's testimony, journey, and telling you where you've been, how it was, and till today's day, how are you holding on? How is it like? And Streams in the Wasteland is that platform, as per the word, as seen wasted for whatever time, streams, gnashing out, flowing like a river to soothe whatever it is that you're going through. Basically, what we are saying on the show is that there is no situation that is too deep for the Lord to redeem you from. But today, I say, we are not formal. You see, I have a cap on, guys. We are all casual. We had Ayanda Shange. If you just tuned in, he just dialed off because, of course, he's preparing for tomorrow's show. But he left us with 2 tickets to give away. So we are, of course, giving away 2 tickets to Ayanda's show happening tomorrow at Mabopane in the Pretoria area. Simple question, guys. How many albums does Ayanda Shange has? I'll be singing this song up until the end of the show. How many albums does Ayanda Shange has? Simple question. If you're a fan of Ayanda Shange, by now my phone should be ringing off the hook. My inbox should be flooded. Our inbox as Streams in the Wasteland, Lentswe Radio, City to City Prayers should be, because by me should be having your answers ready, of course, right? Send us your WhatsApp if you want to send us a WhatsApp, which is on the number 016718524. Or send me on an inbox at Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook, Kgothatso Mojela on Instagram, Kgothatso Mojela on TikTok. Make sure that you follow us. Make sure that you hit the like button. I was still explaining what Streams in the Wasteland is all about, guys. Again, another song that I'm playing throughout the show is Isaiah 43, verse 19. That is the name of the show, was derived. And we are talking all things testimonies. With that being said, I don't want to be wasting my voice talking over and over. The next thing tomorrow at tomorrow's show, I'll be hollering at Ayanda Shange while we'll be sharing. Guys, don't be left behind. We are going to Ayanda Shange. We are going to Ayanda Shange's event. We want you to join us there. So make sure that you answer the questions. So that you can join us tomorrow at Mabopane, at the altar in Mabopane. How many, guys, how many albums has? Simple question, ne? Easy, ne? Ne? Yeah. How many albums? A hint would be he had an album in 2017, one album in 2018, one album in 2019. Just send us your answer at 071-671-8524. That is 071-671-8524, or send us an inbox on Facebook. Beautiful sounds there by Joyous Celebration. Denzele Unqedo, hymns 377. Once again, this is Streams in the Wasteland with me, Kgothatso Setlogolo sa Matebele le Matsonga. Moredi ya Hlantlhagane ya Nshidikgolo Mokoniwe. That is who I am. This is Streams in the Wasteland. If you have just tuned in, unfortunately, we are in the last and final hour of the show, and we are about to wrap everything up. But downcasted, thinking that maybe you missed out on winning yourself the 2 tickets that we are giving away. No, you haven't. We are still giving away 2 tickets up until today, midnight. Today, midnight, it is the cut-off time for people who are entering the competition, trying to win 2 tickets to Ayanda Shange's event tomorrow in the Altar Ministries in Mabopane, Victoria section. It is the ICO team, Ayanda Shange and Kgothatso Shange. They will be together with J Music, Spoonowa, Lucas Maluma, Kaden Nati, the Judah Sisters, and many, many more, of course. If you want to see them, see who Ayanda Shange sharing, guys, in Mabopane, do answer the simple question. How many albums does Ayanda Shange have? How many albums does Ayanda Shange has? A simple hint would be before Joyous Celebration, he had to release one in 2017, one 2018, one 2019. Do the math and tell us how many albums does Ayanda Shange has. To conclude today's show, guys, I just want to leave you with a verse in the book of Exodus 13, verse 17, which says, even though it was short, God took them the long way around. This is a story about the Israelites when they were going to Canaan. And God intentionally took them the long way around, even though there was a route that was shorter, that could have taken them there shorter. So he took them a long way around. Why? Someone can ask, why does God somehow allow us to go through difficult challenges when there is a shortcut to everything that we find ourselves in? Well, simple thing, simple answer. It is because God saw that at that time, if they had taken or the short way out, their faith or people would have saw them and perhaps taken their wealth, and many things could have happened which would have cost them their faith more than it would have cost them if they had taken the long way around. So in the book of Exodus 13 verse 17, it says, even though there was a shorter route, God took them the long way around. What I'm saying, Kgothatso, it is simple. We always ask ourselves the question, God, why do you make believers go through so many difficulties? Well, as so many people would say, many pastors would say, God assigns his most difficult task to his strongest soldiers. So the fact that God chose you, counted all joy when you face challenges of many, because it is in that moment that God has something for you. It is in that moment that your faith is sharpened, that your perseverance is sharpened. You are then having the ability to say, even in the midst of everything that I am going through, God is still in it with me. Everyone said rejection is direction, meaning when you are rejected in the journey of whatever that you find yourself God is basically directing you to take a new route. And of course, it was Prophet Tsagane who said, depression is an indication that a person does not have revelation, that God will always give you an option. Meaning, in every closed door that you meet, that you find, God always has another option for you. God always has something reserved, ready, prepared, set for you to show up and take over territory. So basically, God will never ever leave you unattended. And what I love about the God that we serve is that He does not give you a test that He does not qualify first. This made me, and I understood rather the scripture better the moment I had a child. And every time I feed my son something, I make sure that I check it first. If it's not too hot, if it's not too cold, if it's not bitter, if it's not, I always taste just to make sure that this thing for my son is tested first, and I'm sure that it will be healthy for him. The same way, if you as a mother, as a father, as a person can be that kind to a child, even to your siblings and people around you, imagine what more would our God do for you if you simply ask Him. And He says, even if it is for a breastfeeding mother to forget his son, he as a God will never ever forget as His people, as His generation, as he says that we are the apple of His eyes. Guys, the apple of your eye, literally the center of your eye, meaning wherever you go, wherever you look, you are there. He has your name edited on the palm of His hand. So basically what I'm saying, God loves you that much, and He wants you to prosper as your soul prospers. Meaning, the more you read, the more you study the word, the more you understand everything about Him and about every single detail that is in the word of God, the more that you invest your time in Him, He also wants you to prosper the very same way. Whatever it is that you might find yourself into, I know 2020 was bad, 2021 was possibly worse for some of the people out there. Load shedding, water shedding, and many more things happening and still happening. The Spirit of the Lord is saying today that in the midst of all that, success is when God is walking with you. It's not when you have achieved a certain goal or when you have achieved something in life. But success is when God is with you. If He's with you in that situation, He will definitely see you through. We are finally logging out, saying goodbye. Mzansi, people in, people watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Do send through your answers, guys. The competition is running up until today midnight due to the technical issues that we had here on studio. We couldn't go live on Facebook. This was posted after the show, but the show is still the competition is still running up until tonight midnight, 12 o'clock. It's cut-off time. We are asking a simple question: how many albums does Ayanda Shange have? If you want to catch up on the interview that we had with him earlier on, just start the recording from the beginning. Those who've been tuning in on Lentswe radio possibly had everything end to end. Those who are watching on Facebook and streaming on all our social media platforms during the middle part end of it. We still have 2 tickets that we are giving away. We are asking from you, if you want to WhatsApp, our WhatsApp line is 071 671 8524. Once again, it's 071 671 8524. Send us an inbox at city to city English. Why? Anyway, send us inbox at City to City Prayers. We will be checking out your inbox, trying to find. Send us an inbox at Lentswe Radio. We will also be checking that one out. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send us an inbox at Lentswe Radio. We will also be checking that one out. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. Kgothatso Mojela on Facebook. Send me an inbox if you want to. our media specialism inbox at Darius Morete. Darius Morete on Facebook, Mr. D. Graphics on Facebook as well. He helps with all things media. You can send through your inbox to either one of them. Don't forget to check out our streams and also everything else that we post. Send us a shout out. Tell us what you think about the show. Tell us your thoughts and what you perhaps want to see happening on the show. What topics and conversations do you want us to engage in? We are still continuing next week, same time, same place. From me, Kgothatso setlogolo sa Matebele le Matsonga ngwana tlhantlhagane ya Ntshidikgolo Mokoniwe. I am bidding you goodbye with Bekani Ujehovah by Joyous Celebration. Let's meet once again next week with again another exciting guest here on the show. Let's meet at the same time that we met today. Let's be on time. I was on time, no. But anyway, let's make sure that you do come through. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Once again, I'll be saying this until the end of time. Thank you for 13,000 followers on TikTok. Guys, we are still pushing. Make sure that you do let us know what you think so that we can keep content coming your way. Okay? We love you, Pretoria. We love you, Mzansi. This is me bidding you goodbye. Thank you for watching Streams in the Wasteland. See you in the next exciting episodes with me, your host, Kgothatso Mojela.